Right.
All right. I think we're live now.
Yeah. It looks like it.
So everybody will have to move over to the
They'll be fine. They'll figure it out.
I'll minimize that. All right, everybody, we're live again for the first time.
Your the only thing is, I guess your thumbnail didn't transfer, but you can always post maybe.
Yeah.
Or if it's on your phone, you can get on there and you can update the thumbnail.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, hopefully everybody just can find it.
Yeah. Well, we're fine. I need to go through and share it right now. Fine. Share.
Hello, world.
There we go.
Nothing went wrong here.
It's like it was supposed to be.
There we go. All right. Well, we have to repeat everything we said
Right.
from the beginning of this. So, Carlos, take over.
Well, of course, I'm Carlos from Texas Longhouse Mead, and myself and my co-brewer Mike, we made the trip up to Oklahoma for the Red River weekend.
Boomer, baby. Boomer sooner.
And then, of course, we got Man Made Mead and Doin The Most here with us. We brought an assortment of meads with us. And then, of course, we had the Boots and Doots 2 braggot that they made.
Yeah, we got the Takis braggot.
So,
Hype. It wasn't Takis enough, so I dry Takied it in secondary.
Dry Taki. Did I sing you the Hot Cheetos and Taki song? That's...
No.
Oh, man. I'll have to play that at some point. It is a classic for us.
Okay, I posted in the other chat
yeah, so...
to let folks know to come to this stream. Everything will be fine.
Yeah.
Everything will be
We'll get there.
just great.
So we got a lot of stuff to drink here.
Yes. I brought the banana cinnamon from my banana three-way. And then... Or it was the banana, and then, of course, I added stuff to it to make it a banana cinnamon. And then I got the Bochet Acer Glen. I got one that's Hungarian oak, American oak, and then the chocolate Bochet Acer Glen. So,
my chocolate Bochet is one of my ones that I want to spend more time with. So I'm very curious to.
it's gonna be that front one.
And I still have yet to make an Acer Glen.
Really?
Still.
So,
yet to make
not
one.
gonna lie, this is actually my first Acer Glen as well.
Oh really?
And it was just happened to go into a Bochet.
Bunch of noobs over here.
Why don't we start off telling them what we're drinking right now?
Oh,
We'll
yeah.
try this bad boy.
This is our lemon drop hopped lemon that's been
Can you
carbonated.
pull
So,
the volume down on that audio input capture just a hair? It's just peaking, and I don't want it to be.
it's gonna be loud.
I think just a little bit up.
Man.
Just towards yellow. You want yellow. You don't want red. Red is
Here's
danger.
my back, everyone. All right. We're
Lemon
good.
drop
We're good.
hop.
Let's party.
So the lemon, because I know BC, you were talking about lemon drop was your favorite,
Love lemon drop.
and so
hops.
this is our lemon drop hopped lemon.
You can really smell it on the nose.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This is really good.
Probably my favorite mead that we have.
So this is 6%. It was fermented with lemon juice in primary with orange blossom honey, and then lemon juice added post fermentation to kind of bring the lemon juice forward.
That's lemony, yeah.
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 So
That's nice. I mean, it's
That's
like
nice.
carbonated lemonade.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, and this is the one like we will crush like 15 gallons in the summer.
In
So-
a day.
Yeah.
That was really good. I've yet to make this one. Sorry about you.
So,
Yeah.
but then of course.
It's nice.
So, and then of course our grand mead, the whole reason we're here is because I promised you two guys that if I ever got a bottle of Ken Schramm's Heart of
Yeah.
Darkness,
Yeah.
so
Ta-da.
that I would share with you guys, and both of you guys were like, no man, that's yours, but no, we're here to share. So
It is a staple in the mead community.
So
for sure.
this is the batch number 7 from. It was released in 2019, which means it was made in 2018. So it's almost a 4-year-old mead.
Dang.
Mm.
So, but yeah.
Carlos is spoiling us.
I know.
You know, like I tell everybody, you know.
Should we expect these gifts every time you come up from Texas?
Maybe something might be my personal ones.
Yeah.
But like I know, I talked when I did the interview with Garrett, or Man Made Mead. We did, you know, it was kind of off camera, and him and I were just kind of BSing. Like it's in my 5-year goal to start a meadery, and I really do. And so I asked him. I said, hey, if I do, would you be a co-brewer? Would you come down and you create the recipe, you create the label, the name, as long as it passes TTB?
Yeah.
You know, one, because it'll bring more attention to him, you know, kind of validate him. Yeah. Not that he needs validation or you need validation, but hey, look, here's his mead that he created. Hey, you meddled.
kind of.
Still have
so,
it.
you know, I'd offer you the same thing. You create the recipe, the title, the everything, the label.
That's really bold of you to offer that to me with how much stuff you know I make. All the things. I mean, what if I come in? I want to make a Starburst mead. Is that going to be
Sour Patch banana bread?
Sour Patch. Yeah, there we go.
Whatever this
green
swamp water is over here.
Well, you better figure out how to get past TTB with it.
This is really nice. I want like a little bit more bittering. I think that's because I'm like a real hop head. Yeah. It's a floral. Like I want just a little. But.
So this was because all the other lemon hop ones that I did, I've done Azaka, I've done Cascade, I've done Citra, I did the Eknot one, and Syrian Wolf, and then of course the lemon drop, and the lemon drop sets the rest of them to shame. So. Of course, you know, this is the first time using it, so I just got to adjust how much.
It's really excellent. Azaka is a really nice session mead hop. I've been testing a lot of different hops in session meads, and above all, Azaka right now is my favorite. It presents the best in a dry hop. It's fruity and floral and
Azaka. I love Azaka
so
too
nice.
because that's the one I have a lot of. Have a lot of Azaka and lemon drop. And I've used Azaka on almost everything.
Yeah.
And then, of course, the one I sent for Mead Stampede was that Yakima Valley HBC 586, whatever. So that's still their experimental one.
Yeah.
So, but that, you know, hops in mead is like my newfound.
Yeah.
Like
there's a meadery down in Texas called High Mead, I think it's called. And they're from High, Texas.
Okay, yeah.
But I think they've got a satellite location in Austin. Don't quote me on that. But they do a hopped mead that was really excellent. The first time I had a commercial hopped mead was theirs.
Okay.
I think they're pretty small, but the guy I talked to, it was at Texas Mead Fest I talked to.
Oh, yeah.
Super nice dude. Really open to talk about their process and stuff.
But
this is great. It's gone. So.
Well, there's plenty more. So
finished it off. Where are we headed next? Takis?
Actually, you want to do the Takis one?
No, we need to have a few drinks first.
You sure? Because if you say the way it is, then we need more drinks to kind of get rid of.
I'm going to let you guide the ship.
Banana cinnamon?
You know what? Yeah, let's do that. You want to do that? This one, that's the bullshit. This is, I actually did it two-way because I was part of the Mead Matters, not part of, but I was watching the Mead Matters. And banana cinnamon, like this is just a straight banana cinnamon, nothing else added to it. Or in vanilla bean actually.
No citric acid added.
Oh, sorry, my bad. Wrong one. And so, I wanted it to pop, to be bright. And you know, watching your guys' take on the Mead Stampede, where, you know, the big balance between everything, sweetness, tartness, and acidity. And so I was on there. I was like, I asked them. I was like, what can I do to make it pop? And they're like, just add some citric acid to it. And I was like, all right. So, not that it's messed up. It's still good. Everyone I gave it to was like, dude, this is actually really good. But when I added the citric acid, you know, when I was doing the bench trials, I was like, all right, this is what I want. Calculated out for a gallon. Well, it was actually 3/4 of a gallon. So it was a little bit more citric acid than I wanted it to be.
Nice.
But so I'll have you guys pop. Yeah, I'll have you guys start with this one to see what the base was supposed to be.
Nice.
And then we'll go to the one with the citric acid.
Love it.
So
here's a good question for you. Y'all entering Texas Mead Cup next Friday.
February.
Friday.
Get
Get shipping.
So, do it right now.
I plan on entering in it. I actually plan on, if they're going to have it in person, I actually plan on going down there.
Where was that one again?
So is Texas Mead Cup different from Texas Mead Fest?
No, it's the same thing.
Okay, so that one's in LaGrange, Texas. Yep. Yeah.
Oh,
So,
okay.
there's a banana one.
Nothing to do in LaGrange, Texas. That's what I learned when David and I went down there. We were like, oh, there's some train tracks and a Motel 6.
Somebody asked, where's the basil?
I haven't
We haven't figured that one out.
haven't figured out
I will.
lemon and basil yet.
No.
Oh, that's fragrant. Woo!
Did I get... So, okay, this is the one we're going with?
Yeah, I haven't poured you any yet.
Is that medical tape?
I'm a paramedic. Don't judge me.
I recognize this. Excellent.
Man, that is...
I mean, free supplies. Free,
I love the smell.
free labels.
Yeah, isn't that good?
Whoa.
Yeah. There's a lot of fragrance.
Yeah.
Okay, walk me through this one more time.
So this was my banana meat, my banana three-way.
Mine of the
The banana water. Then one was banana in fermentation, and one was banana post fermentation.
Okay.
The banana post fermentation, a bunch of my friends came over, that disappeared. So I was like,
Okay.
well, I want to do it again.
Okay.
So I was like, I wonder what happened if I blended the two together. Because during my video, I said the way I would do it again is I'd actually do it in stages like I did, but combined all three of them.
Okay.
So I took the 2 gallons, the banana water and banana in fermentation, literally made 2 gallons out of it, and then added bananas to it. So it was like adding bananas post fermentation.
Gotcha.
So it's 2 gallons in the water, 2 pounds in the water, 2 pounds in fermentation, and 2 pounds post fermentation.
Okay.
So for a total of 6. And then I was like, I want it to be like almost like banana bread type. So I threw a vanilla bean in there and 1 Ceylon cinnamon stick or sweet cinnamon for a month, and that's where it's at.
Do you
A
have
month.
any opinions on what the best cinnamon stick is?
Mexican.
I said it 100 times. Ceylon cinnamon, which is a sweet cinnannamon, or
Okay.
like if you go to the Mexican store,
Uh-huh.
or even like a ethnic store, you'll see it under like canela, which
Okay.
is Spanish for cinnamon. That's Ceylon cinnamon.
He's caught crap before for not using the correct
Yeah. Really should use
viewer approved
cassia cinnamon.
cinnamon.
You're an idiot to use Ceylon.
How dare you?
So, but yeah, like
And cinnamon is strong.
Did
It
you
is-
do
it is
you use
prominent.
any banana peel in this, or
Nope.
just the pulp?
just
I don't think if I did a banana meat again, I don't think I'd use peel. I think having learned from my one experience of using banana peel is not for me. It adds some tartness that is not great.
That didn't taste how I expected it to.
Mm-hmm.
but like, do you get banana out of it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So I made banana wine years ago that was like mostly bananas, and it was like when I racked out of it, it was like racking off of mashed potatoes or something.
Yeah.
It was so much.
I had to use a bag to make sure I got everything out. Even then, like, we still had some that got through.
The smell reminds me of that wine.
Mm-hmm.
The flavor is totally different, and
Yeah.
I think it's because I back sweetened that wine so heavily. This was in my like early 20s, where like I wanted everything to be 18% and super sweet.
Yeah.
My palate has changed a lot since.
Yeah, this one's only 8%. So, but then of course once you guys finish that, I'll have you try this one where I added citric acid, and like I said, it definitely pops in your face, but I think it might be a little too much, so I just got to scale it back. But everyone who's had it said it's really good though.
I could use I could use more sweetness, just a little more sweetness
Yeah.
in this.
What is the acid contribution that's in here?
Mhm.
0, and that one is
So it's
except
just from the bananas,
Yeah.
or
that you get a little bit, you get some perceived acidity from the cinnamon.
oh,
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Because
there's acid.
I'm telling you, when you try this one, the cinnamon really is bright, and then the banana gets really bright as well.
huh?
I kind of like the acidity where it's at, so I do wonder with more acidity what's gonna.
It will be. Texas Meat Fest will be in person.
Yeah, John says that he'll be judging and entering. Hopefully, we'll make it. We were texting the other day that we were going to try and plan a trip down for that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, I had a lot of fun the last time I went. It was just that Dave and I had to kind of like come up with our own fun around town because there was nothing to do there.
Not a whole lot in LaGrange, Texas.
Yeah, we ended up at it was like a biker bar, but also a family restaurant.
Oh, okay.
So
I love that combination. That is a classic right there.
great margaritas. So I don't know.
There you go.
It was a good time. There
Bit
was
of good kids margarita.
I remember we ended up at the hotel with just all this mead that we brought with us, thinking that it was going to be a party. Like there was going to be, and nobody seemed to want to party, so we just drank mead by ourselves and watched horror movies in the hotel room for
Yeah.
like a whole day.
I'm sure if you two are going, like I said, I want to go. So if we can make it
We can make an event. We can get people, invite people to come down. And
we should
treat.
reach out to the Biker Bar Family Restaurant, book the venue.
So this is the one that had the citric acid added to it.
Okay. Do we have like a dump bucket?
No, we can get
So I'm
one.
just gonna have to drink all this.
No.
Yes, you are.
Not that I don't like it. It's just this, I've got other plans tonight. It's Anna's birthday today,
Happy birthday, Anna.
so everyone should go on my Discord and tag her. Happy birthday. She's not feeling well. Okay, this is the citric acid one?
Yes.
Alright.
Maybe I'm just used to the aroma, but this is not as bright to me as the previous one,
Okay.
which is
Maybe
odd
more.
because you would think it'd be more bright. Although I think I'm just used to the aroma now.
Like when you taste it, it's definitely in your face though.
I know they're the same, but I like the aroma of this better than
Mm-hmm.
the other. Like it's more banana, like in that like banana runts kind of way, that like candy banana. Yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
That
That
is-
is actually a good
It, it kind of smells like banana runts.
I like that. I think it's at first the tartness, or not tartness, but the acidity was a little bit like.
Yeah.
But
Oh yeah, that catches you off guard a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh, the banana is so
All
much
I can think about
more
is runts now.
prominent. Yeah, on the exhale, it's a bit. But there's like a. Is there vanilla in this?
Yes.
Okay.
Mm.
Yeah, you can pick up that soft velvetyness of the vanilla. Weirdly, I think I like it better with the citric acid.
I do. I think so too.
You know, the first time you asked me to try it with this, I couldn't tell. I guess maybe I had way too much mead that day. But now, I don't know, maybe it's just the runs common or something, but I can definitely taste it different. I like it better this way.
No.
Yeah.
So like if anything, I like probably dial the citric acid down a little bit, but that's definitely what I would. But definitely the citric acid definitely makes
I
it.
haven't made a.
Yeah, I like that.
I don't think I've used banana. I guess I have one time, but it was in conjunction. It was banana and nutmeg, so it was like competing. I don't think I got that nice of a banana flavor from mine. But I also used peels, which I think might have been part of my demise.
Like and like I said in my
I've
video.
never thought to use peels.
Well, the only reason I did it in mine is because when you and I spoke, before I do anything, I do like a deep dive into, all right, what's it gonna add, what's it gonna take away, what's the best way to do it,
Whoa.
Good save
ninja
there.
skills.
Solid.
And
You could
so
play for OU. I'm just gonna needle that
All
Throughout.
night, baby. All night.
throughout.
go ahead, take this
Hey,
off.
what was the final score again?
Yeah.
It was
that's it.
53 or
50,
55.
Right
55.
there,
I'm sorry,
right there
55.
at the end too.
Oh, it took y'all to the end to get there.
Mostly that first quarter was rough. Yeah, I keep telling him at some point I'm gonna make a mead. I'm gonna make two meads. I'm gonna make one using just the pulp of the bananas.
Mm-hmm.
The other, I'm going to remove the peels and use only the peels. And I want to see if he, in an A/B test, can choose which one was made.
The only thing with the bananas, like when because like I was telling him, 80 to 90% of it's imported, so they spray them
Mm-hmm.
for longevity reasons. So you have to make sure they're rinsed and washed really good before you use them, because if not, they're sprayed with herbicide and insecticide for transport.
Oh.
So
So does it matter if they're organic or not?
if they're organic,
Give me
well,
some
technically,
organic.
and my wife, she's a big science major, and
Yeah.
today, shout out to my wife, she retired from the military today. So,
Congratulations.
happy birthday, Anna.
It's a big day.
It's just a busy day today.
Big milestone.
It's a big day to be
Right.
alive.
So you got to wash them really good. The organic, like I said, my wife's a science major, and she actually did it was either paper or did something for a class. Organic only has to be organic in like so much portion of it. Other than that, they're allowed to.
How can you be only partially organic banana?
Which is like organic beef, they have to be off of antibiotics and off of that whatever for 6 months before they're processed,
specific time.
and then they can be considered organic.
Yeah.
But they're still up until that point. They can still be loaded with whatever.
So it's like people who are like, I'm vegan, but you've been
Huh?
non-vegan for
Just
30
kinda
years.
vegan.
Vegan light. With a side of bacon. Alright, where are we headed next, Carlos?
Yeah.
Y'all turn to pick.
Y'all turn to pick.
Well, let's open the Takis bracket.
Yeah, let's get that.
Oh,
Let's get that one out.
I really-
Yes, it is the Takis chips we are talking about.
Yeah.
For those
So
that-
we made this on Boots and Doots Volume 2. Volume Toots, I believe is what we called it. It was just a beer kit, mostly. It was like repurposed beer kit stuff that I had laying around. And I believe Tupelo honey, if I recall. I cannot
Why did we
believe-
use
Tupelo?
I
All
cannot
honey.
believe-
so stupid.
High-end.
That
That should have been a wildflower, honey.
Should have been KFC, honey.
You know, we wanted those big, bold candy notes. So this is carbonated, so it's a bracket.
At least it's carbonated.
It should be fine. It's kept cold. And then we used Takis and I think lime zest and some hops in the boil.
Takis already have lime in them,
There
right?
wasn't, I think so, there wasn't enough Takis flavor. So I ended up putting some more Takis in secondary. And I've got a picture somewhere that I will have to find. I'll have to find the picture, but there was a film of Takis oil that was, I mean, probably a 1/4 inch thick across the top of the carboy. So I had to rack from underneath the oil slick to get this, and then bottle conditioned.
Just
love
based
a
off
good
the smell test,
oil
I'll definitely
slick.
be able to tell it's Takis.
Yeah.
Malty, that's for sure.
Yeah.
It's not as bad as I thought it was going to be.
Oh, yeah, it's not,
It's
not,
like a
not
beer,
as bad
like
as.
I like my mouth is drying out.
Yeah, it's very
It's like a dark amber beer.
like a tannic dryness where it pulls it off your tongue. You're like, oh, there it is.
It's like saltine cracker level of like, it's gone.
There's some salt in there, some minerality.
Oh, definitely.
I actually know some people that would love this.
If y'all want to swing by
Gregory
and pick
Hughes
up a
loves
case on your way out of town,
Yeah.
I got the thing for you.
it's fine. I think the honey dried it out a little bit. It's not as malty on the palate as I'd like
Yeah.
it
It's
to be.
very malty on the nose, but
Oh, I should have brought my Oktoberfest one because I did a Oktoberfest that I hot fermented with Kvike. It started out at 10:44, in 12 hours was down to 10:05. Then I added honey back to it to like 10:24 again, and then it finished out.
So Jason's asking, what's the weirdest hop combo you have put into a bracket? I don't think I've ever gone weird with hops.
See, like all the brackets I've made, well, except for the Oktoberfest one, that one I did with my homebrew
that's a
club.
reminder.
The only brackets I made were from like the brew firm one, so it was all.
YouTube stories. Sorry.
There
Yeah.
it is. Yeah.
I don't think I've gotten super weird with hops.
I'm sorry, dude.
You passed that.
I'm trying to think of like the weirdest hop I've used is probably like Waiti, which I did in a collab with Mean Brews where we did Italian grape ales. And it's just a weird hop because it's like real grapey.
Mm.
It doesn't taste like a hop in a traditional sense. Kind of like lemon drop tastes like lemons.
Like
And,
the hardest hop I used was that Syrian Wolf one. It was just like overly bitter for me. Like if someone who likes IPAs, like the bitterness from hop, like a hophead, it would be good. But if you're not like hoppy or just getting into hops, Syrian Wolf is definitely one that kind of like.
I'll have to pick that one up. You guys didn't like this? Y'all dumped your Takis bracket? Man,
It actually
I
wasn't
finished-
as bad
I finished
as I thought
mine.
it would be.
I brought 2 bottles because I thought you'd love it so much.
I finished mine, but
It's not terrible. It could have been a lot worse.
It could have been. It was not.
even the water tastes like Takis. So So.
I think the next iteration of Takis Braggot, we need to use that blue heat Takis.
Oh, I like that idea. There you go.
That would
and
pick up
wildflower honey.
color.
Yeah, don't waste the Tupelo.
Let's get some like
Hell,
Manuka or like.
Yeah, let's get the $40 a pound honey. Oh man, I still get emails. So I bought Manuka honey for our first mead swap.
Oh.
And I still get emails from these people, and I just cannot believe the prices. When it's even on sale, I'm like, what?
Only $35 a pound.
Well, the biggest, like, because I looked at Manuka, and it was like, the reason it's so expensive is because it goes through so much lab testing to say, yes, it's 100% Manuka honey, because there's so many fakes out there. So if it's a cheap Manuka, it's a fake Manuka.
When they test it for
Yes.
some specific level
Yeah.
of some purported to be medicinal thing, and like, I don't know how much research y'all have done on it, but they like, in New Zealand, they like rub it on their wounds and stuff.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
like, take it as a tonic.
Yeah.
It's like medicine for them.
Yeah, oh yeah. And we're over here just like, throw
Yeah,
some
that's
water,
what
mix it up.
Yeah.
I need 12 pounds of Manuka honey.
Here, you didn't try this one. This one we opened off camera. But this is the Superstition one.
That one's
Superstition.
phenomenal, dude.
Raspberry mead with vanilla and pistachio.
Just imagine you're at a Czech bakery and you get a raspberry cream cheese.
Close your eyes.
We have one.
Envision
It
with me.
Imagine.
Take a deep breath.
smells like blackberry cobbler.
It's
It's
good.
not far off. It's good.
Jason had to look up Takis. He said, "Are you talking about the chips?" Yes.
Yes.
We're talking about
Believe it or
the
not,
chips.
that's what we're talking about.
It is.
Good. It was on your channel. So go back to Boots and Doots 2, and they literally take the chips and just dump them in there. Dust and all.
There's a lot that happens. There's some tuba playing.
Yeah, I was
and
gonna
Taki.
say, I didn't even wear my boots today, but we don't even have toots. Like, where's the trumpet?
There's some toots somewhere in there.
It's boots and toots in name only.
Well, I got my boots, so I got the boots portion covered.
Hey, Dog Stick Fetches here.
Hey-o.
Oh. Okay, I haven't actually consumed this yet.
Oh.
I really enjoy the nose on it, though.
It is very, very nice.
It's a little bit boozy.
Mm-hmm. I didn't even look at the percent. 13. This is the smallest print I think I've ever seen.
I would not have thought that was 13.
Aged for 8 months in blue
Ooh.
berry white barrels. Had to put a big pause between blueberry. Because it's not blueberry barrels.
That takes you on a journey.
Yes, it does.
Yeah, that's why you gotta shut your eyes.
Yeah.
Just be careful. You may not wake up.
It's slightly salty.
I think that's the Takis.
That's a little residual.
I rinsed my glass.
I'm getting some residual
I don't know, I think it blended at the glass somehow.
I had to wash my cup twice to get the Takis out.
Yeah.
No, it's there's a salinity there,
Like,
which I think kind of bolsters that
Y'all want to see?
blackberry cobbler kind of vibe, because you salt your cobbler crust.
Larry's going to have to duck out early for some tuba playing himself.
Oh, there you go.
Nice.
I used to play a tuba back in elementary or middle school.
Oh.
Because you have to take music class at least once, and
Yeah.
I was a tuba player.
There's a salinity there.
There's a little
Just a little bit of salt on the back
I was
end.
choir member of the year in 2000. No big deal.
bit.
Varsity choir.
Take state.
Yeah, I didn't get that saltiness first, but now that you mention it,
just a touch.
it's like right on the tip of the tongue for me.
It's just like you get like, just like if you put one little salt crystal on your tongue. It's not overwhelming.
Well, this is scary. Is this the Taki? Are they scared of the Takis?
No, I think it's just having so many mead powerhouses all in one room. This was nice. Oh man.
Yeah, that's definitely good though.
Yes.
It's very like I get more acidity than granted it's sweet, but I get more acidity and tannin than the sweetness. I'm not saying it's out of balance, but like my mouth is definitely drying out.
Yeah.
Do you not get like a cream cheese? Like if you had to figure out how to put cream cheese in a mead, this would be as close as.
No.
I taste cream cheese.
I think you're just like imagining your food pairing. It's like,
yeah,
what
just
would go
thinking
well
about
with
that pastry or something like.
It's
Like I get pastriness out of it, but not like
it's got a
cream cheese.
viscosity too that carries it around.
Yeah.
I think that helps.
It is apparently we're intimidating. I don't know. Y'all need to calm down over there. You really.
Bless their heart. Oh man, where are we going? This is like a mead journey.
Well,
Well,
To eat
I got the peach.
I got pizza if you need that. So,
what's this one?
Thank you.
real talk.
Oh, peach. And what's this one?
The Kvassier.
Ooh.
See, I like where Jason's head's at. Cheesecake mead. If you could hit it with something, I'm not sure what you would use to get that like punchy.
Tubs of cream cheese.
Well, like something like pungent. You know, like
Yeah.
a real sour cream, like a cheesecake.
Why not just do what's the where you take milk and then
The
you
lactose.
the
Yogurt?
no, but it's like a brew. It's
Greek
called
yogurt?
a
Oh, bland.
bland.
Yeah.
Like some sort of weird. I've had a bland before. One of my friends, he made like 4 meads. One of them was a bland. I was like, I don't know how you got there, but it's a very interesting thing.
I'm just thinking, like, I mean, what if you did inoculate it with yogurt and give it like 2 or 3 days for that yogurt culture to funkify? Kettle sour, basically. So you do that culture in a brew kettle,
Yeah.
bring it up to pasteurization temp, bring it back down, hit it with a normal yeast. I think you could get there.
Take over, my
Don't
friend.
know unless you try.
I'm gonna add that to the list. I'm gonna tackle cheesecake mead.
Go for it. I
You
got enough things going on.
Yeah. Do you?
Just one or two.
don't fuck.
I brought over the mead swap stuff for him today, and they got to smell what I did with Mead Swap episode 5's traditional mead. It's a traditional so far.
If that's a traditional, I question some things.
You know,
It's got
so
that barf honey.
it was fermenting and
Bee
doing its
barf
thing.
honey.
I went out of town to Valkyrie's Horn,
Mm-hmm.
came back, and all the yeast had flocculated out. So I was like, oh great, it's done. And I smelled it and was like, what the hell happened here? And then I tasted it and it was still sweet. I was like, oh, this is a problem.
Oh, if that's sweet, then that's
No.
disorienting.
So I unstuck a stalled fermentation.
Oh, okay.
I will let you know that, but it's troublesome what's happening in there.
I'm glad that's between you two.
You can now offer recommendations on how to get that
Let's go
out
here.
there.
You want to go here?
Let's go here.
You
Where
want
are
to
we
do?
at?
You want to do?
Do we need
So-
3 glasses? Do we need a 3rd glass? Is that
No.
how that works? Or just want to...
Well, I'd say we do the chocolate Boucher Acer Gun
Okay.
after these two because this is based off of the same recipe. Like I
Okay.
broke them down. It's just these are different oaks, and then this had cacao and vanilla beans.
Oh yeah. So should we do like a side by side with the different oaks?
If you want to,
Some of-
yeah.
Some of the.
Well, you
double-
got 2 glasses.
Yeah.
Theoretically, so.
Let's do that. That'll be fun.
Well, you...
So one's American, one's Hungarian.
Yes, and
You want me to just, put this in the reserve for later?
I prefer Hungarian.
Yeah.
Oh,
mine?
thank you. Thank you.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I am Hungarian. Just
Oh, okay. Well, congratulations.
So let y'all pour that one.
Isn't paprikash?
paprika.
Yeah, that's Hungarian, right?
Yes, you need stuffed peppers, stuff like this.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wait,
I
right was
know
Hungarian.
that specifically from when Harry met
Oh, I
Sally.
hope that was ready. I wasn't sorry about you. Right Hungarian, left.
Toxic Veg
Wait.
says, so this is the Texas channel, so am I
American.
not allowed to say
Oh, you
Boomer
can say
Sooner,
boomer sooner, baby.
Oh.
You can say as much as you want.
So just to remind you, the game ended about an hour ago.
Who won the game?
I believe it was
OU. Right?
yeah, OU.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, in the fourth quarter. We're just gonna drive.
I
that
just want
home.
to say though, it took y'all till the last 10 seconds.
Does it matter? I don't think it matters.
like Vin Diesel says, a
win's
win is a
win.
win.
Oh man.
Oh, these are very different.
Hungarian and American. Granted, I don't
Ooh.
know which side you have.
This
which,
is so much like...
Theron noticed our attire.
Well, I had my Longhorn jersey on, and because we lost, I was like, I'm just gonna swap out. And then, of course, he shows up with his OU. I was like, oh.
Yeah, I was like, Where's my OU
I did
hat?
see you
Okay,
changing
perfect.
shirts, and I was like, "What's he doing?" Oh,
Right. I still wear my Longhorn hat, so you know.
Nice. Woo! This one's got a real bourbon kind of.
yeah,
That's the American.
Okay.
yeah, that is. Whew. I got it flipped. It's right American.
This is American. This is Hungarian.
Yeah.
Yeah. This smells like old granddad.
I really like the Hungarian.
The
aroma.
bourbon, not my actual old granddad.
So like
May he rest in peace.
I like the Hungarian because Hungarian adds to the sweetness of stuff. So
Yeah. Sorry.
But yeah. So these are the ones that this is the this is the one I'm doing for my channel as well. So
Okay. So walk me through the recipe again.
so it is avocado blossom that was bochetted for 50 minutes at 225.
Mm-hmm.
Avocado's already a darker color, so I didn't want to over bochet it. And then I added it's a 1-to-1, so 1 pound of avocado blossom, 1 pound of dark maple syrup, and then it was 4 pounds and 4 pounds. Fermented that out. I don't remember what the starting gravity was. Fermented that out, and then once it was finished, added the maple syrup. You know, and I used QA23 based on your recommendation.
This is really good.
Yeah. No. I the maple is really well preserved in the Hungarian one. What type of oak did you use? Chips?
American. Yeah. No, I use cubes. It's American medium. It's either medium or medium plus.
Okay. And Hungarian was the
Medium.
same? Medium. The American one, I can taste the woodiness
Yeah.
in it.
Mm-hmm.
The noses are so crazy different.
Yeah, like I said, for me, American, like if you want like a good bourbon or a whiskey addition to your meads, even just as a traditional, American medium plus is the way to go. Like you don't even have to soak them in any bourbon or whatever, just throw that straight in. So, and this is, of course, you know, the way the complexity is.
Whew. These really warm you up.
Yeah.
And these are only
What's the ABV?
12%.
Okay.
So.
Whew.
There's another water bottle in there, I think, if you need it.
Yeah, I guess I prefer the Hungarian. Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, Hungarian. And like
Shocker.
oh, shut up. The way I explain to people is Hungarian actually has like a sweetness to it.
Yeah.
So if you're trying to keep something sweet and add like a wood tannin to it, Hungarian is the way to go.
One of the guys I was talking to up in Minneapolis a couple weeks ago was suggesting not only using different toast levels of oak all at once, but mixing French American and Hungarian all at once, so you get a more holistic toast and profile.
Have we ever mixed oaks before?
I've mixed
I
Hungarian.
haven't.
I've mixed Hungarian and American, just because, like I said, I don't know what it is. I'm still like trying to answer that.
Yeah.
What Hungarian does to keep something sweet.
Uh-huh.
But because I wanted the sweetness there with the oakiness, so
Even the color is different. The one with American is just slightly lighter.
Yeah. But isn't Hungarian darker in general? Like, every time I feel like I've seen Hungarian, it's like a darker wood. I could be wrong.
This is super interesting. I appreciate this.
So, and then of course the chocolate bochet whenever you get it.
Yeah. A little bit more water. No, that's really interesting. Because I love American oak, but now you've got me like questioning. Do I love American oak?
It depends on the flavor profile you're looking
Right.
for.
Right.
So, but
That's good. I liked how, I mean, this is very reminiscent of like a really nice whiskey that's like, it's pretty smooth. Like, this was very smooth. I feel like this is also smooth, but the warmth that you got from the I guess backwards, the Hungarian, I should say.
So Larry had asked if we could talk a bit more about why QA23 is specifically recommended for fermenting maple syrup.
So, based off of you, hold on, because it's, you know, I got to give credit where credit's due. You mentioned it in yours, and that's what caused me to dive into it to try to figure out, all right, what is it about it. So QA23 is known for retaining what's called terpenes, and terpenes is like a aroma and flavor that's retained in like certain syrups, like maple syrup. Maple syrup actually has 300 different types of terpenes maintained in it. So when you ferment it, the QA23, if you use D47, 71B, which are a little bit more aggressive when properly treated, breaks those down, and it will actually get rid of them out of the airlock. QA23, just in itself, is known for retaining that, and so instead of breaking the terpenes down, breaking them, blowing them off as aromatics or changing them into ethanol, it actually keeps them in the mead.
Right.
So
right. So all those things that taste like wood,
yeah,
basically, are retained rather than
lost.
ejected. And so it's a great use for that. I've seen other yeasts recommended for a similar profile, but QA23 is just such a nice and accessible and cheap yeast that it's my yeast of choice for maple.
Definitely. And based off of this, I 100% agree.
Yep.
So
my first Acer blend will be a big shootout between a bunch of different yeast. I've already decided now.
Interesting.
Just do like 4 or 5 different yeast.
I've got an Acer blend recipe that I need to do. I've got the gallon of maple syrup, but blueberry prices are high right now.
Yes, they are.
And I need 50 pounds of blueberries.
Because my kvass, which is my mixed berries, it's blueberries, blackberries, raspberries, and strawberries. And because of the price of blueberries, I had to adjust my blueberry ratio.
Yeah.
This one's a little bit more tart than normal because of that. So.
Yeah, maybe I'll go down to the chef store and pick some up out of the freezer.
Chef store? What?
Have you never been to the chef store?
No, it sounds like fake. Like a fake
we have
thing.
got to go.
Yeah.
So the chef store is like Sam's Club, except you don't need a membership and no one shops there.
Oh.
And so it's this like wonderland of all the wholesale priced bulk goods you can find.
Okay,
it's down off of I think Western and 240. So it's like way down south, but that's where I got my blueberries for the melon I have going right now.
How many years experience are sitting in this room right now?
Man, I don't remember. God.
I have 5 years
experience
in doing mead. Like almost 3 years by myself doing mead. So.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I've been focusing on mead for 3.5 years, but I've been brewing since 2009, 2010. So I don't know if that counts as mead experience.
Yeah. That's like 4.5, I'd say.
Yeah. Well, there's another question.
BC is 10 years old.
Yeah.
Do you know if that has anything to do with the heating? Because I know it was mentioned for Bochet's as well. Maple syrup is boiled down. Actually, I didn't even think about that. Like terpenes, I know is comes from a lot of wood products, and so I know for sure maple syrup. Yeah, maple syrup is like if you actually look at maple syrup when it's harvested, it's crystal clear like water.
Right.
And so it's boiled down and then
the sugars are concentrated.
Yeah.
So when I did maple wine, it's about a year ago now. Before I back sweetened it, it straight up just tasted like wood. And then you back sweeten it, and suddenly all those maple flavors come back. It's very strange. Super good though. Maple wines are. I wish we had maple in Oklahoma so it was more accessible.
Oh yeah.
Maple syrup is stupid expensive.
Yeah. So
this is big. Like this has a very thick body.
This all I did is add vanilla bean to it. 1 vanilla bean or 2 vanilla beans actually. The first one kind of was a little bit dried out, so I added an additional one to it, and I think it's like 1 ounce of cacao nibs toasted. Wow.
Hello, Christoph from Germany. I hope you're not up too late.
Right?
It's probably like.
It's probably just right after dinner, before midnight.
Cacao nibs, how many?
It's like half an ounce or an ounce for like half a gallon.
You'd think it'd be more because of how much chocolate notes are in it.
Cacao nibs really pop.
Yeah. But not only that, when you incorporate the bochet of the avocado and the maple syrup, I think everything combined together helps push that chocolate out.
I really like this, especially because I have basically minus the maple syrup. I've done a just bochet with vanilla and basically just vanilla. So
like this is really excellent.
Yeah.
So I want to do this one again and try to submit this one for competition because
for sure.
I don't think like there's that many.
This is really excellent. The nose is a little boozy still, but man, that chocolate
Was
is
it oaked?
just in your face.
This one is not oaked at all.
Maybe it's just that, like, every Bochet I've ever done has some whiskey-like character that always pops. And so maybe it's just my brain kind of doing that.
It's still like this one's less than 6 months old. And I normally Bochets and maple Acer Glens take a lot of time to really develop.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, this one actually developed rather quickly. Yeah. So like I said, this is under 6 months old and is like it is now.
This when it's like
that's gonna be
20 degrees, kind of cold outside.
Yes.
Sit by a fire
like this is
and
definitely
sip on this.
This is definitely a winter warmer. You
Yeah.
sit by the fire,
Yeah.
or like a dessert mead. So
that's really good.
I imagine you had like paired that with a ice cream or some sort of like
Cheesecake.
cheesecake. There we go.
Just saying. So did you toasted the cacao nibs?
Yeah, this one's toasted for 15 minutes.
Okay.
So
Just
right
dry
over
pan. Or...
dry pan, right over like a low medium to medium heat. And like I tell everybody, as soon as you like go to the next room, if you start smelling chocolate, it's done. Don't have somebody else go to the room. Don't leave the pan because you can burn them really quick.
Yeah. Interesting. This is my favorite. I think of everything I've had so far. Yeah.
So there you go.
Really excellent.
It's on my channel. Go check it out.
You can put the link right up there. Yeah, there you go.
So, and then where we at? We have
Peach.
Oh, you want to try the peach? I did a Kvike Voss, 7 pounds of peaches in 5 gallons with orange blossom honey, fermented at 95 degrees. Yeah, 95 degrees, and it finished in 36 hours. It's 6. I don't remember what it started at, but it's 6%. So it started at like 1052, something like that.
Oh, so it's like a hydromel.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
This one is not hopped.
Okay.
This is so smart. This just comes right off.
That medical tape, man.
Might just convert.
And then
Top 10 tips, tricks, and hacks. Medical tape.
Doing things I wish I knew.
Then once it
Mistakes.
once it finished fermenting, I added 15 pounds of peaches post fermentation. So.
Oh, damn. All right.
So it's 7 pounds in fermentation.
Georgia peaches, Oklahoma peaches, Texas peaches.
Texas peaches.
Oh. Out where was it LBJ's ranch is out there in peach country?
I don't know where it's from, because I live right outside of Dallas, and every Saturday they have a Marcus Farm. Marcus Farm. Yeah.
A Marcus Farm.
You know the markers.
Marcus Farm is kind of like a farm market, but it's a little different.
So it's a farmer's market, and so
Here
I went
come the
there.
dudes.
Woo!
And so
Doots and toots.
it was actually when I was out buying my ingredients for the the community meat project.
Yeah.
And so I smelled the peaches. I was like, oh, these are really good. So I had to pick some up and make some meat with it.
It is great.
But this is also where we had to do my homebrew club. We were pouring. Well, we were supposed to pour drinks. We had 12 kegs lined up to go pour at a barbecue competition. The day of, we got canceled because of weather.
Oh, damn.
So now I got 5 gallons of
what
peach.
a shame.
I got 5 gallons of peach and 5 gallons of cider sitting in kegs.
How will you ever cope?
I have no idea.
This is excellent. This is like peach soda.
So, and then I had carbonated at 30 psi for 2 days, and then dropped it down to 8 to 10, and just left it for a week.
That's great. I'm a big fan of this.
Yeah, I think the only thing I'd change is Oklahoma peaches instead of Texas peaches.
Something about that.
Them Oklahoma peaches are winners.
Porter, Oklahoma. Peach capital of Oklahoma.
There's something right at the end of this that's just...
It's cream cheese again. You get that?
So this one I don't have a video on. This is actually the first peach mead I made. And the third...
I'm impressed with how well you kept peach flavor. And I think a big thing with that was your... using them after the primary fermentation. Kind of using them as a back sweetening agent. Which is what I do with my Man Made Cider, as I call it. I put apples after the fermentation, after I stabilize. Because then you don't have any re-fermentation on them. Which is where all the funk goes.
Yeah. Yeah, the peach, that 15 pounds in secondary? Yeah.
It's
15, a 5 gallon though,
yeah, it's
right?
5 gallons. So.
Yeah, no, that's...
I mean, it's right on the marker.
Through. Yeah, it carries through beautifully.
Mm-hmm.
Really well executed.
So.
Cheesecake is definitely on the list.
Maybe cheesecake should be the next like big community thing we tackle.
Cheesecake.
Well, you got
17 ways.
So Carlos, Garrett are part of a project. I'm part of it too, but we're doing this thing with all the mead makers for Me Too. So there's 10 of us.
Yep.
We all brewed the same thing. That's what he was referencing earlier. But
same recipe, but 10 different people, and
same
there's a lot of well, yeah,
well, same ingredients.
Sorry,
yeah.
Yeah, but different people. Which I just from hearing your version and roughly knowing yours, there's already a lot of change between all of us. So I think those videos will be interesting.
Definitely.
I'm really curious to see what the others have done.
Yes.
Because like Jordan, he was like doing a lot of beta testing. It seemed like.
Yeah.
So I still don't know what he did with his.
No.
I'm curious. Charles, his looked.
His looked beautiful. Like
Yeah.
sitting the bottom, I was like, oh, that looks so good. Like I'm just gonna put mine in like opaque glasses and like just use
You're just going off taste.
just use solo cups. Don't use a clear glass.
Yeah, that's gonna be really fun. So yeah, maybe cheesecake could be part of that next time around.
Oh. Should it be a mead?
Yeah.
Maybe it's for that.
Yeah. So, but yeah, was it
Cheese in secondary, yeah.
no cake and primary, cheese in secondary?
You just bottle it with a little bit of like cream cheese. Maybe
Just
that's
a cube of cheesecake. It's like the worm at the bottom of the mezcal bottle.
We got 2
I'm
more.
trying to swallow here.
Well, what's our last before our grand finale?
So
Looks
the
like
last
we got
one
Vassier.
is my Kvassier, which is my mixed berry that I mentioned earlier.
Okay.
You know, blueberries, blackberries, strawberries, raspberries. This one's a little tart because I had to adjust because of blueberry prices. But Mike over here, we were sitting at home the other day. He's like, I wonder how that hop lemon would be good with Kvassier, the mixed berry.
Okay.
So try the Kvassier, try the mixed berry first, and then when you're done, pour a little bit of that lemon drop.
Okay.
Lemon into
Mix
it.
them together.
It's basically a hot lemon blueberry or mixed berry. So
Yeah. Way to go.
Your reminders are quite fun. Sorry to creep.
My entire life is built
Baby.
on reminders. See, that one says "Rack the Crispy Boy." I already did that actually, though. Whoop. So
I love the color on this. That's a wonderful
Yeah, it's
color.
beautiful.
So normally it's a little bit darker. It's kind of hard to see on camera, but it's normally a little bit darker than that because of the blueberry.
I
and
like it a little
blackberry.
bit lighter, just only because I like that you can. Because it's too dark and you can't see through it at all. You're stuck.
And then this one I think had just like in 5 gallons only had like 2 or 3 vanilla beans added to it just to kind of help round
Oh wow, yeah.
sorry,
round everything out.
I lost our chat.
A lot of tartness.
Like I said, I had to use more raspberries to kind of fill the berryness of it, but so it definitely went a little bit more acidic tartness than what I wanted to. But
No, I like it. I think it's good.
you know, when you're
Mixed berry can be hard because if you go and buy, I mean, theoretically, Walmart frozen mixed berry bag is going to be somewhat equivalent in each one, but sometimes it's heavy one way, and then next thing you know, you're like, oh, I got way more strawberry than I wanted.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, and then of course different seasons or different part of the season too, where the strawberries are ripening and not ripening, so you'll get more sweeter strawberries and not sweet, or any other berry for that point.
You said you paired it with this, the lemon drop?
Yeah, yeah, the lemon drop.
I gotta know now. You can't hype me up like that.
So basically, it becomes a lemon or
berry.
a hot lemon berry.
Yep.
That's
I like the
pretty much
color
what it
too.
is.
Okay, chat's back.
Ooh, that's fantastic.
It's not good.
That's really good.
Yeah.
So
I don't know what to call it, but
who I believe is from Italy, if I recall, is asking what are the most typical ingredients of a cheesecake.
Well, it's like eggs that are whipped with something.
Shit, don't ask me. Tarragon and
There's cream
Skittles.
cheese.
It's like vanilla, cream cheese, egg,
some water
powdered
in
sugar. Like it's all blended until it's whipped really good.
Half and half or something.
Yeah, but yeah,
Graham cracker crust.
yeah, that's this guy. Just throw graham crackers in there, you're fine.
It works. It
works.
works.
Who made that German chocolate cake on there? Did you make
It
it?
was my wife.
Did I make that? Okay. You said it looked good.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. Give
Graham
me
crackers work well though. I will say
Yeah.
it's outlandish, but
What would you name this?
It worked. That's really light.
Did you try the?
I haven't
Unlimited?
blended them yet.
It's tart though. Once you blend it though, like
It's
the
so
tartness comes down. But you wouldn't think so because of the lemon, but it definitely brings the tartness down.
I think there's probably a YouTube video on how to make cheesecake if you're curious.
Yeah.
Just YouTube how to make cheesecake.
Check that out.
Probably one with like 3 million views.
Now, how would this change if you bottled it? Like,
None.
nothing would change. It would taste just like it would stay like that.
You mean
Yeah.
bottle carved it or like just bottled in
Like
general?
if we
Because I have 5 gallons of the hop lemon and I have 5 gallons of the mixed berry.
like would it taste the
Oh.
same if you put all the ingredients at once versus mixing
Oh,
I see
them?
what you're asking.
Oh, now I see what you're saying. Yeah, I don't know.
Because I like it the way it is, but I have a
found your
feeling
next
it wouldn't
YouTube video.
taste exactly the same if you put lemons and you put, all the berries together. I feel like it wouldn't hold the same, if that makes
You
sense.
could brew it as 2 separate batches and then combine.
Yeah.
That would be an interesting test, though, to make
Yeah.
like a 2.5 gallon batch of something and just change your recipe to fit that 2.5 gallon of the other, and then
And mix the
mix them, or
Or make one big
5
5-gallon
gallon.
bag.
I basically really have to figure out what the ratio for the mixed berry and the lemon would be the best.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it like this, man.
blowing up.
There's just this whole conversation about how to make cheesecake in the chat now.
My bad, guys.
Step
I didn't know I was
one.
going to try this. I really didn't. I like cheesecake with you.
Mitch is talking about mascarpone.
They're literally copying and pasting ingredients from me. Oh my god.
I love it.
Straight from
So,
the Betty Crocker cookbook.
If you're not following, if you're only following me and not follow these two, go follow these two. They also have a Discord channel. I'll try to get that in post to get the Discord. Join the Discord. Definitely a lot of great things is happening there. I want to try to give a shout out to
Your wife?
my wife, but I already did that. But Faywood Mead, last time I looked, she was like 8 people away from 1,000.
Yeah,
So
close.
get 8 people to go like her YouTube channel to try to get her over 1,000, so that way she can become monetized and start enjoying the benefits of actually the YouTube community. So shout out
Once
to
she
her.
sets up her YouTube membership, I'll be the first member.
Mm-hmm.
So-
I'm on it.
Well, I think she had a Patreon and Super Ties, her first one.
Yeah, as long as a Patreon, the YouTube memberships are fun. There's like fun stuff that you can do with them. YouTube's starting to like layer stuff into that, and so I'm
like,
excited about that platform.
For me, like before I did the interview with Man Made Mead, I was at like 120 subscribers, and that first week after the interview, up to now, over like 2 weeks after the interview, I went from like 120, I'm at like 240
Nice.
earlier. So I was like,
Nice.
hell yeah. So if you haven't liked my page, like mine as well. I don't have a lot of videos, but I'm working on it now that I've graduated. So
Congratulations on that, by the way.
thank you. So that was
You can start your life now.
That is a journey.
That was definitely. I did 70 hours in less than 2 years. So
Pretty
nor-
good
nor-
for a Longhorn fan. It's pretty good.
granted, mine's through the American Military University, so
Nice.
my college was paid for 100%. So yeah, I'll take it.
Ooh, just
There's a lot of meat you can make now.
I love sour cream.
Sour cream.
They're arguing about if
Sour cream is sacrilege?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Sour
yeah.
cream is life, man.
Rio,
Love sour
Rio's
cream.
convinced he's started a civil war, but Mitch is from Canada, so
Don't you know?
that's an
He doesn't
international war.
understand this is a civil war.
Ever since Mitch meant something about bags of milk in a pitcher, I'm
Uh-huh.
like, that's no way. Like, I'll scroll Instagram, it's like bags of milk in a pitcher. I was like, there is no way. My feed is filling up with bags of milk in a pitcher right now.
I had one of those for the first time. I was in Texas for something, and
You had
I
a
was
bag of
talking.
milk?
No, I was talking to somebody, and we were talking about Harbor Freight. I have no reason to look up Harbor Freight at all.
Harbor Freight.
But the people next to me were talking about Harbor Freight, and they're like, yeah, there's a new Harbor Freight in this one place and whatever. Sure enough, 10 minutes later, I'm going through Instagram. Harbor Freight ad. I'm like, what is
The
happening
Russians, man. The
here?
Russians are taking over, man.
I have no reason to look this up.
Maybe they have some great Italian carboys. You can pick up.
Can you imagine? Right next to the circular saws. Just
Circular saw, table saw, Italian
Mexican
carboy.
carboy.
Well, no, it's Harbor Freight, so it's usually the cheaper ones, so you'll get the Mexican carboys.
I gotta take that one back to the brew shop. I don't want to accidentally enter my birthday.
Yeah. Oh.
Just put red tape around it. So,
Jason wants to know what your degree was in.
I got a degree in health science. I got my bachelor's in health science. I had because I'm a paramedic now. I'm also want to work towards my flight medic certification. But originally, my intention was to go into the physician assistant program. But the school that I wanted to apply to said that at least two of my classes wouldn't transfer over, so I would have to take those two classes again. But they couldn't complete my audit until I finished my degree to see how many other classes I would have to retake.
Oh my God.
And so right now I'm kind of like, I'm burnt out on school, so I'm pumping the brakes a little bit.
Understandably.
And so I'm like, all right, cool. But now, I've been focusing a lot on the mead.
Mm-hmm.
Granted, like if you follow my Facebook page or my Instagram, the stuff that I don't make video for, it's all on there. Like the peach was on there, like everything was on there. But now I started my 5-year plan to actually start a meadery.
Yeah.
So again, if I do, I'm gonna have you and Man Made Mead come down and as a you get to create the recipe, the label, the name, everything. You have your followers, he has his followers, and hopefully that'll bring more people in. And be like, oh well, I'm here. I'm gonna get that and that and that.
Yeah.
Cool, let's go.
So have you started the process yet? Are you looking at real estate yet?
I've been looking at real estate. Of course, you have to have.
How are real estate prices down there?
Depends on your location.
It is a bubble here.
It depends on your location. Okay. It's hit and miss. So, like, there's a couple places I'm looked at, and then there's like it's a small little town called Levon. It's literally like this big. Mm-hmm. If you blink, they only have 2 lights. You missed it.
Yeah.
So, but I was like, oh, they're getting ready to expand it to like a 4-lane road. I was like, you know what? If I can get in now, we're gonna do it. And so, looked it up, and just for like a 1 or 2 acre plot was almost for like commercial was almost $1 million. I was like, no, I'm good.
I think we're gonna do it pretty soon. Yeah, 1 million. I think we got this.
So I don't know if
one thing. Sorry,
it might have been on the other schedule stream that didn't go live, which made y'all come here.
They found us.
Yeah, we got there. We figured it out. This is Ken Schramm's Heart of Darkness. It's a rather hard mead to get.
Mm-hmm. To say the least.
The only way you can get it is if you actually show up on release day, because other than that, they're pretty much gone. And they did a comeback tour kind of thing where you can tour the orchards and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
Not like a comeback like AC/DC tour.
Yeah.
I just saw Kid Schramm. Hold on. Comeback tour 2021.
No, they did tours or whatever. Like I really don't know what.
I can see that. Yeah.
Like I really don't know what caused them to have like the tours, but one of the options was
he's just up there shredding.
He's got the hair for it.
No offense, Ken.
Yeah, no. I love the hair. I'm trying to,
working on your
I'm working on mine over here. But
they call it the Schramm nowadays.
Right?
Do that.
Yeah. Just go to the barbershop, say, yeah, give me the Schramm, the number 6.
So, like, one of the options on there was, no tour, just support. And so I was able to get this mead that was actually shipped to me. And I promised you 2 guys that if I ever got one, I would share it with you guys. As much as you guys rejected me actually sharing, because kind of, oh no, don't do it. Yes, you're gonna do it. Here, you know, I'm a man of my word, so here we are, which is why we're here today. And
well, I am very excited and grateful, to say the least.
My bar is set very high.
So is mine. So my wife, she's like, you're going to be very upset if you drink it. You're like, I don't like it. But everyone who's ever had it is like, this is actually...
Who's the guy with the pocket knife?
Mine's in the car.
I got it.
Right. I thought it was a pull tab, but it didn't
I
work
hope your
out.
recycling bin is empty.
That's my reused bottles. You wash them. And since we have so much medical tape in here, holy cow, this is going to be the easiest recycling session I've ever had. Just take the thing off and wash it real fast.
I found a paring knife. Will that work?
Yeah, that's great. I'll let you do the honors.
And afterward, we can peel some apples.
Hey, I got medical tape, so if I cut myself, I'm fine.
Moment of truth.
And you know they say that you can enjoy this mead much better with the blood sacrifice right before.
Right?
Yeah, that's why they call it the Heart of Darkness.
Where'd it go?
Your bleeding heart with this mead.
Did we lose the wine key?
Yeah, we did.
Right here.
Oh, you moved it. Got it.
Go ahead.
Hi, Jack.
I like the school bus comment. School bus meadery? There you go. That could be your thing.
Oh.
Is that legal? Would they frown upon that?
Like a food trap?
I mean, you could just load kegs into it, right? Like have a home base and then like load kegs and have a mobile.
But they'd be like sloshing around in there.
But it has CO2 on it. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, but like the CO2 would come out of suspension.
Yeah.
And it would need to reabsorb.
Especially if you're...
I guess you could put them. Yeah.
Well, we all
I mean, it's like if you took a bottle of Sprite and shook it up and then set it on the table and open it up, it would explode everywhere. But if you left it for 2 hours, it would reabsorb in the suspension.
I don't smell it first.
But you can like put some shock absorbers in there so they
smooth.
yeah, have a smooth ride.
This is a pretty epic moment in history.
$75.
I remember hearing about this when I first started mead making. It was
Yeah.
the Heart of Darkness.
Which one of these is my clean glass? Is it?
Yeah,
Oh.
the one with the looks like the lip stain on it.
Beautiful.
It's not a lip stain.
What is it?
Not it's a dishwasher like drying.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if it was like an aesthetic thing. Like you chose these.
No.
Okay.
Good to see all y'all. By the way, that is the plural of y'all.
Y'alls.
All y'all.
That's
All
what I
y'alls.
hear.
All y'all is plural of y'all.
This is
Okay. So let's talk through it again for anybody who's just joined us.
Okay.
this is the Heart of Darkness.
Cherry raspberry black currant. This is bottle number 50 out of 600.
He's known for his bombs, his mellow bombs,
Yep.
essentially, and
It's like a lot of people refer to him as like the godfather of mead making.
right.
He wrote the Complete Mead Maker,
Yep.
Mhm.
the kind of his opus on home mead making.
And
He's won many awards.
From what I understand, like his standard is like twice as much fruit as normal, at least, if not more. So you're thinking, if you're making, most people use 3 pounds of fruit per gallon. He's using 6 to 8 on average.
Was this like a?
Which is why they're so expensive and why they're so hard to get. Is because
one of like Mazer cups?
Yeah. Like
he started the Mazer Cup. He's one of the founders of the Mazer Cup.
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 I love that cup. Shout out,
Solid.
Peter.
So this says, the Heart of Darkness is perhaps the most highly sought after, handcrafted honey wine in the world today.
Humble brag.
It really is.
This melomel is crafted from Belgian dark tart cherries, Crandall and consort black currants, and red raspberries grown in Michigan by the Schramm family for 3
The
generations.
Schramm fam, as we call them.
The Schramm fam.
I don't want to be first. I don't know what it is.
Exquisitely balanced, with structure from both the tartness of the fruits and the sweetness provided by carefully selected honeys.
What is the 14%? Okay. Signed by him, by the way.
Yeah, I saw that.
That is fun.
Definitely keeping the ball. So.
Why does it say B number 7?
Batch number 7.
Sorry.
You think the
So
label will strip off pretty?
So I thought when I was ordering it,
Can you imagine?
My understanding when I was ordering it or when I bought it, I thought it was
on the black market.
Yeah,
Black number 7.
Using Bitcoin.
Dogecoin it, man. Come on, to the moon.
Doge, baby.
So when I bought it, my understanding was supposed to be batch number 8. At least that's what I thought I read. And then I get this one. And I'm like, that's batch number 7, which is released in 2019, which means it was started in 2018.
Ah.
So 2018 to now, we're nearing the end of 2021. This is almost.
So
All right.
they're asking what the FG is, but I don't think we have enough
No one ever
to
knows.
do a hydrometer reading.
No.
1.100. Let's see.
Arctic Bull says, sounds
All
like
right,
it would be
let's do
good.
this.
I hope it tastes great.
Cheers, gentlemen.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Let's clink them glasses.
Yeah.
Numb them gums.
The heart of darkness is best enjoyed with a giggle.
It's good. Like, it definitely clinks to the mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's stuck to my gums right now. Like,
Yeah.
I'm literally licking it off.
Mm-hmm.
You can get a lot of that tart.
What's that?
Like the
It's
tart
like the
side
back
of
of
a
the
raspberry tart and this of a
I-
blackberry.
Is
Is that the currents?
I think it's the current set.
Yeah.
Because, like, the Discord mead that we did almost reminds me. Like, not the. It doesn't have a
It
medicinal
reminds you of
taste.
this?
No, it doesn't have the medicinal part of it. But, like, the tartness of that black currant that you did,
Uh-huh.
that's what it reminds
Yeah.
me of.
It's very good.
It is very good. It is well balanced. The acidity to sweetness is really nice.
Yeah.
It does have, I think the pro of using so much fruit is that you can circumvent using adjuncts to like fill out body.
Yeah.
Like it's just automatically, you've added so much fruit that it adds body to it. Because like that boysenberry Melamo we had at Mead Stampede,
Yeah.
it was all juice. Or no, wait, was it all juice?
Yeah, I think it was a no water.
It was no water. It was like, I mean, it was jammy. It was big bodied.
I mean,
Jammies
just like
are
you're
good.
talking about, like you feel like you can't get it off your teeth. It just
Yeah, like I'm
stuck
yeah.
around.
like just like let it hit your teeth and then close your mouth
Mm-hmm.
and like lick your teeth after that. It's literally stuck to my gums in front of my teeth.
I do think that this is pretty high final gravity. We're
Yeah.
like,
I like for this, like, because not to spoil your video coming out, but I'm pretty good at guessing. I'm just saying, I'm pretty good at guessing. I'd say this is probably closer to like 1070.
yeah,
It's high. It's high.
It's good. Like it's not overly sweet. It's definitely
that's what balance
rounded
is.
and balanced.
Yeah, balance is so important. Is because like you can have something that is obtrusively sweet and still make it
Yeah.
taste good between acid balance and tannic value and oaking and whatnot. So, yeah, I would say this is very well balanced.
Looks like Shram uses floor corks. Just saying.
Shram, get on it, man. It's synthetic. It's 2021, bro.
Oh man.
I'm saying I use cork too.
It's a nice cork. Yeah, it's very well balanced, and that's a thing that like I'm still a little bit learning, but people feel like, I mean, I'm not gonna argue with you. People
What?
feel like you can't make a mead too sweet, like you gotta, like sweetness isn't gonna balance acid, but the reason this is so well balanced is because the acid is stupid high, but the sweetness is high enough to kind of level out that balance.
My,
balance beam.
That chocolate Bochet Glen, 1038.
Yeah, I believe it.
So
I think the highest I've done created today was one they had today, and I'll have you taste after this. Was 1050, and it does not taste like 1050.
No,
No,
not at
it's
all.
not.
Like I was surprised when you're like,
but it is a total, conjunction between acidity and sweetness, like we were just talking about.
Yep.
This is fantastic.
No, this is very good.
Good.
so.
Very good. The legs on it too.
Oh yeah.
It just,
I
it coats the glass.
This really makes me want
Yeah.
to
I don't think it's
make a either no water brew like this, or just use twice to 2.5 times the amount of fruit recommended. What I have noticed though, I don't think you'll ever see something as notable as this that comes from pears or apples or light fruit. It is always dark fruit,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and I mean, it has to be something of probably a berry essence. And
So I have a no water peach that is aging right now. I haven't tasted it, so I have no idea. But it would be a good litmus test for your theory here of
I'm very curious to see what your result
started
is.
out at 6 gallons, and once I racked it off, it was 3 gallons because of how much loss
Oh
there was.
Did
with
you
all
use
that peach
skins?
bowl. Yeah. All I did was
Because skins from peaches can actually add a lot of like tannin value.
Mm-hmm.
Because this is when I use skins and all. And this peach is actually like 10, 15, 10, 20 final gravity just to bring the juiciness of the peach back through. But the skins, I think, help round the entire juicy peachness of
Here's
it.
a great point. Someone asked, are they stopping fermentation or starting with an insanely high gravity to start? I think that they start with a insanely high gravity. I highly, highly doubt that he has used any.
I don't think
it says contains only naturally occurring sulfites.
So I don't think there's any halting of fermentation here, which means that starting gravity has to be 1200 or something insane.
Yeah, it's either that or like they use some in primary fermentation, and then more post fermentation to help bring it back up.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only thing I can really imagine other than being a high gravity and being treated really well with your nutrients, your oxygenation, a good healthy yeast culture, everything going into it to really start at a high gravity and come down to where
you would have to start at a lower gravity. There's no way you could stick a yeast in something that is 1160 above and expect them to be healthy and ferment well.
I mean, unless he's starting with like a really big starter culture.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's tough to get that going when it's the viscosity more than anything.
The pressure. I mean, I just think that.
All I want to know is, so Ken, if you happen to see this,
don't add fruit in secondary. They use 71B.
They use 71B? Because if he uses, that's what I want to know is what yeast was used for that.
Yeah, I would be, John. If you can send us that interview, I would be curious to see that. That they only stick to a single yeast strain, particularly because the meaderies that I've talked to, commercial meaderies, don't like to tell you what yeast they use.
Yeah,
it's like the one.
Yeah, it would be odd that Ken Schramm is releasing his secrets about the most sought after mead in the universe.
You got that expensive of mead, you're probably not gonna.
Because I feel
but it's not even that. Like you can we're putting our recipes out there. Hey, this is what we did.
Yeah.
How many people are actually getting the exact same outcome that we did? It's probably very, very few.
Well, and more than anything, a lot of times it's because they're riffing. So like I don't know how many Instagram messages I get from someone that's like, oh yeah, I made
your recipe, but I used this.
Yeah, but I did these 10 things differently. Why does it taste bad? I don't know.
I do
Start
think
from the top.
This is fantastic, and I think for a commercial meadery who can afford to do this is very, very good. As a home mead maker, this is not always.
You really done that?
No, I got literally like.
Oh, you got wax in yours.
3 different.
We all looked at you like you were dumb.
He's like, want to drink that?
I'm not a big fan of this spit bucket.
No, I got like 3 speckles of wax or something.
This isn't always a achievable thing.
Yeah.
For home brewers, because I mean, I think if you were to put a regular price on a glass of this, and I say regular because buying this bottle is abnormal.
Yeah, you go to a restaurant, you buy bottles.
A glass of this to create might be $20 to make a glass of this.
Like this much.
Yeah, to make that.
Use as much fruit as they do.
Because how much fruit they use and how much, I'm sure, honey, and they use high quality honey, and then the time, you have to factor in time as a price, I would say, honestly.
Definitely not wildflower.
So I think that it is very, very good. It is hard to create in the exact manner that they have done it, but it is fantastic.
That's very good.
It is very good.
But
in a
economical
way, yes.
You said this bottle, how long did they age this bottle? You said this was a 2018?
because it was released somewhere like February, April, March time frame.
Mm-hmm.
To start it, at the very least, I imagine it's October.
Still on cheesecake in the chat. So John's gonna try and find us the article about Shram using 71B. I'd appreciate that. I'm always anytime I can know what yeast a commercial brewer is using. That's helpful information for me because it helps inform what I'm doing.
I feel like I need a cheesecake mead like emoji now for my Discord. It's just
Can we like DoorDash some cheesecake and have it with this? And
Dude, that sounds good now. Have that cheesecake tonight.
Cheesecake Factory
We
right
don't
up the
have
street here.
cheesecake tonight. Something wrong. But no, what I'm wondering is how many of his meads are they aging that long, or before they decide to go.
Well,
and
when
sell
you can
it?
do this, you can age it for as long as you want. I mean,
Yeah.
Right.
this
Right.
bottle sat
What
in
makes
storage.
it special?
I mean, how
is,
long does
is
that
aging
thing
it?
sit in a barrel?
We had a mead.
Did it
What
sit
was
in
it? So we made a mead one time. It was orange cranberry, and we aged it for
6
how long?
months.
6 months, and
Chocolate
we
raspberry.
decided to taste it one day, and it tastes exactly like chocolate raspberry. It completely changed the flavor profile.
That's weird.
It was very weird, but it was delicious. It went from this means it's okay to oh my god, this is amazing.
Huh.
But just we've learned over time that aging, how much it changes
It
everything.
does.
A
And
lot. Changes a lot.
it's kind of hard to be that patient sometimes with meats because it's like
You want to
Yeah.
drink it now.
You
You
wanna
made
drink it
you wanna
now.
drink it.
but
Right.
sometimes we have it just sit in a closet and we're like, hey, let's see what happens, in 8 months.
I have been. Again, I'm not gonna argue.
Well, every time I watch you, you're like the smallest sport. I'm like, come on, man.
Well, I'm trying to be economical.
I got a wide glass. You got a little skinny glass.
Yeah. What were we talking about? Aging?
Yeah.
I totally lost my train of thought. I was like, oh, more meat. Excellent. That's why I recommend against folks doing 1 gallon batches. Is because
Exactly.
you end up, if you're doing 750 mils, you end up with 4, maybe 5 bottles.
Yeah.
And that's it. And
Yeah.
so you want to drink it, and you drink it, and drink, and then 6 months later, you don't have anything to
So,
compare against.
like you, if it's your first mead, yes, start at a gallon.
Yeah, that's fine.
Understand the process. Even if like your first 5 gallons, or your first 5 meads, start at a gallon. Figure out the process, get everything down, get all your ingredients right, get everything put together properly. All right, cool. Granted, not everybody can afford a 3-gallon carboy or a 5-gallon carboy, but you can get a 5-gallon bucket for $3 at Home
Yeah.
Depot, Walmart, or Lowe's or whatever, and they're food grade. Get it in there. If you have a couple 1-gallon carboys, break it down, and then all right, this one I'm going to age. This one I want to do this, and then you have your drink now or experiment one.
Yeah.
So
So John sent me the YouTube video.
Thank you, John.
I'll get it to you guys. Appreciate it, man.
So
No, it's smart. Like you said, you keep 2 bottles of everything you make, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and you were keeping about the same.
I was keeping
right?
I had one that was. I kept 2 bottles. One was for 6 months and one was for a year,
I've been doing
just
about
to
the
see how it developed. And then he keeps a 3rd bottle. Like I give him
Yeah.
one of
Oh,
my
that's
bottles,
nice, yeah.
and he keeps them in a closet. And then
Missy, you want to do that? I'll give you
random,
that.
he randomly finds it. Like he messaged me the other day. He's like, "Oh, I have one of your first
I read
O'Shea's
in a room,
from
and
like
Yeah.
3 years ago."
Nice.
I went to
Missy
go
would
get
be
some
mad
pasta.
at me if I tried to do that. I make so much crap.
I can't
Yeah.
even imagine. I'd be storing them in the crawl space.
You plug your computer in.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's about 6 o'clock.
Yeah, we're about to wrap this up. Again, if you're coming from these 2 guys, give me a like, a share, subscribe. It helps me out. Granted, I don't have that many videos, but I'm working on it. Especially now, again that I graduated.
I can definitely attest. Everything we've tried tonight has been incredible. I know you don't have a video for everything, and I hope that some of these
the banana
find a video one day.
And the Bochet's do.
Okay.
The peaches and the mixed berry don't, but those are in the works.
You definitely need to go check his stuff out, and I think there are a lot of Texas is creating amazing meads, and there are a lot of mead makers out who need support, and that goes in the easiest form of all, which is one button, one click.
Yep.
Hit subscribe.
You don't have
Check
to
out
watch
the videos.
it, but it helps to the YouTube algorithm get everything out. And of course, if you do watch it, it furthers the algorithm. So
Yeah.
I'm working there, and then of course, the more you follow, especially as Texas Longhouse Mead does become a meadery, I'm going to do a whole series on starting that, and then we'll get these two guys to come guest brew with us, and we'll get them their own meads, commercial meads. So Texas
You ready for
Longhouse
peppermint mead? I'm gonna get like.
I was gonna
I'm
say
gonna-
I'm not gonna lie, that peppermint
Peppermint
mead
was amazing.
was really
I'm
good.
thinking if we're gonna scale up, we need like 900 pounds of peppermint candy
This
canes.
is a dump
Hey.
truck full of peppermint.
We'll get some of the
Back her up.
we'll get some of the subscribers to come out and start unwrapping.
Oh yeah,
them.
we gotta that's part of the whole mead though. You gotta unwrap every single one,
That's
otherwise
part
it's
of the
not as
process.
special.
Hey, you're guest brewing. You're coming down too, buddy.
Good luck to the batch.
So, but yeah. Again, the Faywood Mead, all the other YouTube makers, Arrow to the Mead, Eric and Derek, DIY.
This is where you get to name them all.
So,
Go
all right.
for it.
Texas Longhouse Mead, Man Made Mead, Doing the Most, Faywood Mead, Arrow to the Mead, Method to the Meadness, DIY Fermentation, Eric and Derek. Oh, hold on. There's two more.
There's two more.
I'm getting there. Hold on. Damn, you made me feel like crap.
Have another sip. You'll
You
get
did
it.
this to yourself, bro.
Yeah.
Another
There's
sip.
two
You'll
more.
have it.
So there's a couple,
Oh, Rag and Bone Meadery.
and there's a guy in his kitchen. Dining room, actually.
Oh, Hanging with Hodge.
There it is.
There we go.
There it is.
There we go. Got it. So, all those guys, we have a big community project coming up. Hopefully, it's not too much longer because a lot of us are actually wrapping that up.
Mm-hmm.
So, each of us will have videos coming out of all the meads that we did
Never
for
heard
all
of that
10 of them. Huh?
Nothing.
Oh, who's that?
Yeah, I hadn't heard of that one.
So, there's 10 of
We're
us.
talking
doing-
about the important meadery. Mick. Sorry.
So, so we got that coming up. Give a like and share to all those guys. Like and share my stuff. Like and share their stuff. Join the Discord group. You get some extra hilarious, funny content and sometimes off the wall stuff. So,
There's a lot happening in Mead Discord lately.
oh, there's a lot. Like I don't get into it a whole lot. Like every day I'm on there. Like I help moderate his, so I'm always on his.
Yeah,
But yours, I'm like, damn, that's crazy.
there's a lot happening.
We
in
got
Mead
Squid
Discord.
Game going on in one.
Oh, yeah?
I mean, like, there's gonna be some crazy stuff
Yeah,
coming up.
there's definitely some crazy stuff coming out. So again, like, subscribe to everybody, and join the Discords, their Discords, because
They're cheering you on, man.
so again, want to wrap this up. Say thank you for joining. Thank you
nothing
for
to drink.
hanging
Hold
with
on.
us.
Oh,
And
does one of us have to be ready to kill the stream?
right,
It's not me, I'll tell you that.
I got it.
Did you just play Kid Shrimp with Lemon Drop Pop?
you guys
We
said
should do something together.
so.
It's a collab! The collaboration! Texas Longhouse Mead, Kid Shrimp, 2022. Here it comes.
So, in true Longhouse or Texas Longhouse Mead fashion, skull.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Woo. Okay.
Bye, y'all.
Bye, now.
Oh,
Whoa.
you bought it, you broke it.
Bye, nerds.